Fraser, take one.
The question is, how do you get big name talent in a film without paying much money?
How do you do that? Sex.
You have an idea that is commercial, that has a star and a hook.
Okay.
That's it.
Explain, tell me some more.
So you start with that idea and you pitch it to people that have money. And you say, I've got a star attached to this. He wants to do it. You go to the star and you say, I've got the money attached to this. And then they both believe that they both have the money, or one has the other when maybe you don't. And then what happens is they wind up believing in what you've got, and it all happens. That's it. And your camera just dropped. That's it. That's what I was taught.
What are those famous movies that you've made? I heard you were
the Battles of Tim Eyman.
Yeah, that was a great movie. I like that movie a lot. That was an excellent movie. What was that movie about?
It's about the minutia of politics regards to initiative and referendum projects. People are putting up. Those are the signature gatherings and the grassroots signature gathering to change laws in the state of Washington to lower taxes. And the one guy that's been out there here in the Northwest is real provocative and notorious as Tim Eyman. So that's it.
And how did you get the idea to make that movie?
I got the idea to do it simply from taking a class from Stanley Kramer. I was only 16 at the time, but I always remember the thought that he gave me, and that was, look in the newspaper, like you brought the newspaper, that's what this camera's sitting on, balanced on.
Okay.
And you look in there, and if you need an idea for a movie, look in there and see what's in there, and you will have your star, or your hook. And your star, all in the same, well, maybe not your star, but this had it all rolled in one, because you got Tim Eyman and your hook.
Right.
And that's how you do it. That's how you make a movie. That's it.
That's very cool. Have you ever told your professor that you took his idea and actually turned it into something?
No.
It'd be kind of cool to let him know that.
But no, he's long, he's gone.
Oh,
he was old when I met him when I was just a young kid.
Okay.
Right? But that's how you did it. Now I've tried lots of other things, and they didn't really work. As far as being commercial and making any money back at all.
What did you try?
A lot of art films. And they teach you technique. But if you do what I'm talking about and apply that artistry to what I'm talking about, you'll have something you can sell. And you'll wind up on Netflix and Amazon and all these other places. And you'll have some success. If it's any good at all.
Very good.
Yeah. And that's it. That's the trick to movie making.
What was the most fun about making that movie? What did you enjoy most?
I love finding out that people that are radio personalities, or people who are famous, if they really want to do something, the money doesn't even matter. It's really about they do it. They'll do things because they want to do things, and you find that out. A lot of times that's the case. It's not because they did it for money.
Very cool.
They did it because...
And that's why people were in your movie, because they believed in
They wanted to be in it. They believed in that.
They believed in that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what makes that different. And that's really amazing. That was the most amazing thing I found out.
And has your publicity, and now that you're famous, has that changed your life much?
Oh, dramatically. It's really changed a lot.
Very cool, man. And what's your next film going to be?
I can't fight them off. There's fans, but they're everywhere. Well, I'm just looking for what they call a property. I have ideas in mind. I have a book in mind of the alphabet of manliness.
The alphabet of manliness?
That's one idea for a movie I thought about making.
Oh, I like that.
It's a book it's already been successful on Amazon.
Okay.
And it's out. It was at one point a national bestseller. and I thought it was very funny. And it was made by a guy who's a complete nut. And it's basically a movie, or it would be a movie about how to be a real man. And what real men would eat.
That's like a fantastic idea.
Yeah, like beef jerky is real man food.
Yes, yes.
You know, and Chuck Norris is the god that you pray to basically, and he lives in a mountain, and you know, with seagulls and stuff flying around. And so basically, he shits lightning bolts, and he eats he eats gunpowder, you know, that sort of stuff. And he's really, you know, this book takes you from A to Z so you can see how to be a real man.
Was it expensive for you to get Chuck Norris to be in your movie?
Well, you don't have to do that, but I think he'll be in it.
That's cool.
I don't think there will be a problem. But you have heard like the isms about Chuck Norris. You know, that Chuck Norris doesn't do push-ups. When he pushes down, the earth pushes down. When he pushes.
No, I haven't heard of that. No,
so
that's great.
That's that kind of joke, and that's what that book's filled with. So.
Paul, that's a fantastic idea.
Yeah, it's a book on how to be a real man, because I don't think anybody has real role models anymore, and I think this book, you know, epitomizes what has been lost in our culture and makes fun of it too. So it's really fun. So.
If I could ask you a question, if you could answer in one word, what would you say the battles of Paul Fraser are? What are the main battles of Paul Fraser?
Staying true to oneself.
Yeah.
Don't let go of your dreams. Always follow your dreams and follow them. Follow your heart. That's the battles. That's the internal battles, and I think everybody experiences that. So that's it. Do what you love. Don't get sidetracked. That kind of thing. Keep your focus. So.
And what advice would you give to young filmmakers that would like to achieve, you know, the success that you've had in getting your first film, you know, full-length movie together, which is really quite an achievement? What would you say to kids that are thinking about that?
Go out, do it. Don't wait for school. Don't wait to go to school. Just do it. It's never been better than ever to have access to the equipment. And go find people who are good at the craft that you look up to and continue to ask them questions and network with them, the people that are really good at it. Don't waste time with the other people so much. That's fine to be with your friends, but just go off like I did. I took a class from Stanley Kramer. That's a good idea. Take it from the people who know what they're talking about and do that. And model yourself after the ones you respect, and then grow from there. And then from there, develop your own style. Start with the basics, and then do the basic classical style filmmaking, then develop your own style from there. That's a good way to go. That's it.
Very good. That's cool.
Go and ask people who know what they're doing. And stay open, too.
Okay. And what would your advice be to very old people who are sick and in the hospital and in an old age home and have illness and have very...
Well, I don't know because I'm not them, but
they want to start their own movie, make their own movie. What advice would you give to them?
Same thing.
Same advice, okay.
Yep.
Well, very good.
And just don't look at your age as a prohibiting factor, because Clint Eastwood is really old.
There you go. That's right.
He's an old, crusty old man.
Yes, yes.
And even Kramer was old too when I met him, and he had fallen way out of style, but that didn't prevent him from continuing on and continue to teach filmmaking and continue to do it. So don't just because of your age, that doesn't mean anything, because you have something to offer too that someone else can't. So stay true to your heart. Don't just find your own style.
Well, thanks, Paul. Thanks for.
No, just age doesn't matter.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of young people need older people around anyway.
Yes.
Guide them. They don't. That's actually an asset. So, because they go through things in their life, and you're going to be around them. You're going to get to know them really well. So they need your advice on how to handle those things. So that's actually a good thing, and you can be encouraging. So that's it. Yeah. So just be a big sweetheart that way. So it'll work out.
Thank you, Paul.
Yeah.
So that was an interview with Paul Fraser. He is a filmmaker extraordinaire, and his new film is his film out was The Battles of Tim Eyman.